Harlequin duck, eastern population. The scientific name of the harlequin ducks are Histrionicus. Description: the harlequin duck is a small subarctic sea duck. The adult male has a colorful patches, a slate blue plumage, white facial crescent and spot, with a chestnut crown patch and flanks, and lastly, bold white body stripes. Females are a brownish gray with patches of white behind, below, and in front of the eye. The ducklings resemble the female until late autumn of their first year. Young male ducks begin to resemble the adult males, but they don't gain the full adult plumage until the next winter. Habitat: Harlequin ducks spend most of the year in coastal marine environments, but they move inland each spring to breed along fast-flowing turbulent rivers. During the winter, the harlequin ducks are often near offshore islands, headlands, and rocky coastline, where the surf breaks against the rock and ice buildup is minimal. Biology: Harlequin ducks first breed at 2 or 3 years of age. Their nests are usually built on the ground along the banks of fast-flowing streams. The clutches of 3 to 8 creamy eggs are incubated by the female, who later leads the hatched young to secluded streams to feed. Fluctuations in food and water levels can also affect breeding success. The reproductive rate of harlequin ducks is low, which makes it more difficult for these ducks to recover from a decline. Distribution and population: 4 populations of the harlequin duck are found worldwide. 2 of them are in Canada, the western population along the Pacific coast and the eastern population along the Atlantic coast. Harlequin ducks of the eastern population mostly breed throughout Labrador, along eastern Hudson Bay and the Great Northern Peninsula of Island of Newfoundland. In addition, small groups may spend the winter along Gaspé Peninsula and Anticosti Island of Quebec, and a few individuals may spend the winter in Prince Edward Island. Threats: the primary cause of the decline of harlequin duck is not really known. However, overhunting could be an important cause. Although hunting of this population of harlequin ducks has not been permitted in the recent years, the birds remain extremely vulnerable to hunters because of their tameness, their tendency to feed close to shore, and the resemblance of the female and immatures to ducks of other species which may be legally hunted. In addition, the contamination, destruction, and alteration of their habitat are considered important factors for the decline of the eastern population of the harlequin duck. Some of the once fast-flowing streams have been altered by hydro and mining projects, and other human activities have impacted on both the breeding and wintering grounds and the food supply. Oil spills and chronic oil pollution are major threats to the duck's wintering habitat. Protection: the harlequin duck eastern population is protected by the Federal Migratory Birds Convention Act. Under this act, it is prohibited to kill, harm, or collect any of these ducks. Harlequin ducks are also protected in New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Newfoundland and Labrador, under the respective Endangered Species Acts. What can we do? For our part, we should keep our distance because human disturbance may cause harlequins to avoid prime feeding areas, which would decrease their chances of survival from not getting enough energy. Hunters can familiarize themselves with the plumage of females and juveniles so they are not mistaken for other species. And lastly, we can contact the Coast Guard if you observe any coastal oil spills or bilge dumps.